Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Megha Sharma. The Delhi police have now brought forth this shocking revelation. There have been 11 illegal immigrants that have been arrested, 5 of whom are from Bangladesh, after having dismantled an organized immigration syndicate operating right here in the national capital. The syndicate facilitated the illegal entry of Bangladeshi nationals into India and assisted them in acquiring fraudulent Indian identities, including Aadhaar cards and voter IDs, using forged documents. Sources to NewsX have exclusively learnt that the Delhi police is now planning to continue a crackdown on illegal immigrants up until 2025. Sources have also indicated that the Delhi police has interrogated over 9,000 people, and after having received intel of 500 suspicious Bangladeshi immigrants, it has taken strong action. Fraudsters helping illegal immigrants obtain crucial legal documents are also under the scanner. The pressing question is we wish to address about the issue of illegal immigrants who end up managing to book plane and train tickets to travel across the border. That's a massive concern. What kind of identification process do we need to have to comb out these illegal immigrants entering into the Indian border? Do we need a fact-finding committee to identify these legal and illegal immigrants? We're going to get answers on all these questions from my panelists, but joining me right now is my colleague Javed Hussain. Javed, give us more information about these 600 plus illegal immigrants that have been caught by the Delhi police. What more action is being taken against them?
और देखिए, अब तक तकरीबन 2 सप्ताह में यानी कि 2 वीक में तकरीबन 9,000 से ज्यादा जो बांग्लादेश मुल्क के जो लोग हैं जिन पे डाउट है, उनकी पहचान हो चुकी है इस पूरे मामले में। और दिल्ली पुलिस की जो एक पूरी टीम है अलग अलग डिस्ट्रिक्ट की, वो तमाम जो बांग्लादेश से जुड़े हुए जो लोकेशन है, जो दिल्ली का एनसीआर इलाका है, जो बॉर्डर इलाका है, या दिल्ली के वो डिस्ट्रिक्ट जहाँ पर असलम एरिया में ये बांग्लादेश और रोहिंग्या मूल के जो लोग रहते हैं, उनकी पहचान की जा रही है। और 500 से ज्यादा वो आधार कार्ड दिल्ली पुलिस ने एक रिकॉर्ड में रखा है जिसमें दिल्ली पुलिस को डाउट है। अभी अगर हम बात करें तो आपको हाल ही में जिस तरीके से दिल्ली पुलिस का लगातार एक ऑपरेशन चल रहा है, जिसमें तकरीबन आउटर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में 175 बांग्लादेश मूल के लोगों को आइडेंटिफाई किया गया है, तो वहीं साउथ ईस्ट डिस्ट्रिक्ट में भी बांग्लादेश के 2 लोगों को गिरफ्तार किया गया है जो बांग्लादेश के नागरिक थे और यहाँ पे रह रहे थे। अभी जिस तरीके से एक पूरे गैंग को साउथ ईस्ट डिस्ट्रिक्ट ने पकड़ा है, जिसमें इलीगल तरीके से ऑनलाइन और कुछ फेक वेबसाइट के जरिए इनके आधार कार्ड, पैन कार्ड, ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस, डेट ऑफ बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट और सिर्फ 5 रुपए में, 21 रुपए में, 7 रुपए में, इस तरीके से ये गैंग इन लोगों के जो बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट और जो पहचान है वो यहाँ पर बनाया जा रहा था। इस बड़े नेक्सस को भी भंडाफोड़ किया गया, जिसमें 5 बांग्लादेशी मूल के लोग हैं जिन्हें गिरफ्तार किया गया, जिसमें 2 महिला शामिल है, 6 वो लोग हैं जो इस पूरे नेक्सस में शामिल हैं और जो इस तरीके से फर्जी तरीके से दिल्ली के अलग अलग इलाकों में अपने जो शॉप्स हैं, जो कंप्यूटर्स के इन्होंने अपने शॉप बना रखे हैं, उस शॉप से यहाँ पर ये पूरी तरीके से प्रिंट को तैयार कर रहे थे, जिसे और दिल्ली पुलिस ने गिरफ्तार किया। लेकिन
ये जो क्रैकडाउन है दिल्ली पुलिस का, क्या आपको लगता है काफी देर के बाद ये एक्शन लिया गया है? इसको पहले ले लेना चाहिए था? और मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली कितने दिनों तक ये क्रैकडाउन चलेगा?
देखिए, अभी दिल्ली पुलिस के सोर्सेज का कहना है कि दिल्ली के कई ऐसे जिले हैं जहां पर दिल्ली पुलिस की तरफ से इस ऑपरेशन को स्टार्ट किया गया था। ये ऑपरेशन एक बार फिर से स्टार्ट होगा और जल्द इसी हफ्ते दिल्ली पुलिस की एक बड़ी कार्रवाई होगी दिल्ली के उन लोकेशंस पे जहां पर दिल्ली पुलिस ये मानती है कि इन लोकेशंस पे भी जो रोहिंग्या या बांग्लादेशी के जो लोग हैं इन स्लम इलाके में रह सकते हैं। लेकिन उससे पहले मैं आपको बता दूं कि दिल्ली पुलिस की जो FRRO जो एक टीम होती, एक यूनिट होती है, इसके अलावा एक अलग से बांग्लादेशी सेल होता है जिसमें इन तमाम डॉक्यूमेंट्स को दिल्ली पुलिस वहाँ पे रिकॉर्ड के लिए रख रही है, उसको एग्जामिन कर रही है। एग्जामिन होने के बाद अगर ये तमाम डॉक्यूमेंट्स फेक पाए गए, क्योंकि लगातार हर ऑपरेशन में ये लोग खुद को असम और वेस्ट बंगाल के होने का क्लेम कर रहे हैं। उन्होंने ये बताया इंडिया न्यूज पर कि जो ये पूरा मामला है कि हम लोग बांग्लादेश के नहीं, हम लोग असम और वेस्ट बंगाल के, क्योंकि असम और वेस्ट बंगाल की जो लैंग्वेज है, जो भाषा है वहाँ की, वो बांग्लादेश से बिल्कुल अलग है।
जी
लेकिन
बिल्कुल.
फिलहाल
Okay, all
दिल्ली
right. So
पुलिस
all those probes and interrogations that are going to be carried forward by the Delhi police will obviously yield result, and we'll keep a close track on that. Thank you, Javed, for giving us all that information. Let me get in Gautam Mukherjee into the telecast with me. And Gautam, a situation so bad that there are at least 9,000 of these illegal migrants that have been identified by the Delhi police in the last few days. The numbers could be much more than this. What is also appalling and shocking to know is that you are being able to get your PAN cards and Aadhaar cards and ration cards and driver's license for a mere 100-200 rupees.
Yes, obviously they've had political backing and to create vote banks. And overall in the country, the estimate is over 2 crore illegal Bangladeshis. So 9,000 is a good beginning, but even in Delhi, the number will probably run into lakhs. And these people should be apprehended, incarcerated, and deported. There is no two ways about it. And this is the trend overall in America, in Europe.
Yeah.
Everywhere where you've had these illegal people come in, and creating havoc and sleeper cells, terrorism, facilitation of drugs, and so forth. So, it is well known that the government in West Bengal assists these people to come in. It's the same with the Rohingyas. Now a pushback of this sort is we put up with a lot of this because of friendly relations with Bangladesh. Now they have turned that on its ear. They are friendly with Pakistan. They are threatening us militarily, and it is high time to send these people back.
Okay.
Catch them, send them back.
You think this is
Maharashtra has
because of
also
souring
declared-
of ties between India and Bangladesh that such stringent action should be taken, or this should be a combing operation that needs to be carried forward by the police year round, irrespective. I mean, with regards to these illegal immigrants, whether they're coming in from Bangladesh or any other country.
Well, if you talk of year-round combing operations, the point was that we were doing a lot of cooperating with Bangladesh and vice versa. That is now history. They have scrapped the 1971 liberation. They've scrapped the whole idea of India being their friend. They have gone back to Pakistan as their friend, China as their friend. So now is the time to use this situation to repatriate crores of these people.
Okay. M.K. Meena, former Commissioner of Police, Special Cell, Delhi Police, also on the telecast with me. And Mr. Meena, how do we tackle the situation? Would you also feel this is once again because the elections in Delhi are on the anvil? This crackdown has happened from the Delhi police. Why has this not been a year-long exercise by the police?
In fact, it depends on officer to officer, police station wise. Already instructions are there from police headquarters, Delhi police, that we should identify regularly the Bangladeshis, and even reports are going from district level to headquarters and top level, that whatever action they are taking. Then if they are not taking action regularly, it is the fault of particular officers. In fact, such drives are also undertaken by Delhi police regularly to identify illegal Bangladeshis. Now, Delhi police is always taking action, and whenever it comes to notice, they take action. But it is responsibility. We have to become more responsible. Delhi police has to take stern action against them due to change situation in Bangladesh. But we have to see root cause of this. How Bangladeshis are reaching to our country? When border guarding forces are there, when BSF is there, in Bangladesh border. Why BSF is failed to control these people? Why they are coming to our country? In fact, I take you example. When I was looking after charge of DGP as Mizoram, I noticed that a lot of people, like there was a free border with our Myanmar, Myanmar, so Burma. So the people were can come go there. I noticed in border areas that local, besides border guarding force, the local police of the particular police stations or borders also are also to be strengthened. It is responsibility of like central government or state government. Like I only suggest the central government should support these border police stations. They should give more resources, more grant to these police stations, so that these police stations have got vehicles. Police station has got more staff. Like state government, respective state governments are also required to sanction enough staff for those police stations and budget police outposts. It is responsible states to have more intelligence, more police presence. If anybody from border guarding force, if they are also like BSF, they fail to control that, these police, state police should be able to catch them.
All right. Advocate Ashwini, yeah, fair enough. You made your point, sir. Advocate Ashwini Dubey, let's hear it from you. Now, what are the legalities that can be used in deporting these illegal immigrants? Now, this also was raised as a political ploy by political parties, particularly with regards to the NRC, particularly with regards to the CAA, and talking about the Bangladeshi immigrants in particular. Now, situation is complex. The Delhi Aam Aadmi Party leadership has also spoken at length about it, talking about giving them protection, giving them shelter here in Delhi. Do you think Aam Aadmi Party and other politicians, when they support the Bangladeshi immigrants, Rohingya settling in their respective states, is something that is legitimate, that is justifiable?
See, the legitimacy and justifiability will come in the question when they would be considered as the legal immigrants. Moment they are the illegal immigrants, and our government has a policy, government of India, that we do not have signed any treaty to keep them as a refugee in India. And they are illegal. But the duty lies on the law and order enforcing agencies to detect, detain and deport them. So whereas the political parties are concerned, very candidly, very rightly, you have said, Mr. Mukherjee have also said, agreed to it, Mr. Meena also, that political parties are the sleeper cell under hidden mischievous motives, they support them. And that is why the Puja computers being operated, and Puja computers was facilitating, and there are many Puja computers operating in the country who facilitate these infiltrators and give them the legal recognition. Somebody would come in Delhi and will claim it to the Badayu. Somebody will come in Delhi and will claim it to himself to the Midrapur or somewhere other parts of the Assam or West Bengal. But the large scale illegal migrants from Myanmar and Bangladesh have not only threatened the demographic structure of bordering districts, but have seriously impaired the security and national integration. And in circumstances, in 1996 Mega, remember when Madan Lal Khurana ji was the chief minister, fighting the election, that issue was raised. It's not out of a blue moon have suddenly come कि भैया जिन्न का बोतल बाहर बोतल से जिन्न बाहर आ गया. 1996, how many governments have come and gone in Delhi? And these illegal immigrants who are not in thousands, not in lakhs, but statistics says that they're in crores. 2 crores were identified in 2000 when 175th Law Commission report on Foreigners Amendment Bill 2020 came, which has dealt with the issue. And while noting the entry of illegal migrants and their undesirable aliens into India has posed a grave threat to a demography and security of India, especially for the eastern part of the country. Jammu Kashmir, you have seen, कैसे settle हुए थे वहां पर. And a law commission says our security agencies says, our various other agencies says कि भैया वो भारत में आ रहे हैं. Whose responsibility is Megha's responsibility, Ashwini Dubey's responsibility, or responsibility of the state government or central government? Unless they are given citizenship, if they are illegal infiltrators, at the first instance, the duty lies on the BSF. BSF should have taken an action. And if not, then the state government, where they are coming settling, and from there they are going to the various parts of the country.
All right, all right. Vicky Nanjappa, do you have a comment to make, particularly in wake of the political season that is now gathering pace? We see these developments. Obviously, the Aam Aadmi Party has attacked the BJP and spoken about how the BJP is allegedly calling people from Purvanchal, from Uttar Pradesh and in the vicinity as Bangladeshi and Rohingya immigrants. There has been a crackdown by the Delhi police. You think this should be, like I said, a year-long exercise and not dependent on when the elections take place in the country or in the state of Delhi?
Yeah, I think, we are almost 30 to 40 years late into dealing with this problem. It was, flagged off in 72, 73. It said that there is it's not something like, these people just come in here, in search of jobs. It was a specific agenda that was set up by both the DGFI as well as the ISI post the Liberation War to have as many people infiltrate. They had roped in the Jamaats to do this work for them so that there could be a demographic change within India. And also, it starts affecting, it causes a lot of communal tension. So the numbers which we are seeing now, which are being put out by the police, these are only known numbers. They are not only spread across Delhi or UP, they are, they're down south. They mingle with these Bengalis in south, and, they're part of their colonies and those kind of things. So I think it should be a year-long exercise. I am not, maybe the timing is being questioned by the Aam Aadmi Party, but I don't think, the exercise in itself should be questioned, because this has been the problem. Successive governments in West Bengal have also questioned actions like this against illegal migrants, as a result of which, the problem has only worsened over the years. This is a classic case of, trying to romanticize the real issue there and, try to set aside and giving it a political color. And also the action also times very well with specific intelligence reports coming in with the turmoil in Bangladesh. There is going to be heavy, large-scale infiltrations that are going to take place. So I think the crackdown and deportation throughout the year is very important.
Okay. All right, crackdown and deportation throughout the year important. Why is it not being done so? But irrespective of the political compulsions when it comes to elections, Gautam Mukherjee, the question again, it is going to be made political, because if there are vote banks that are going to be gained, whether there is an issue of a concern that can be linked to illegal immigrants, like I said, the NRC, the CA, how there have been accusations being made on the government of India that under the garb of the NRC, a number of people are being snatched of their right to live in India, taken away their citizenship. How do we tackle this complex situation?
Well, the biggest opportunity of the day is the behavior of Bangladesh and the way that it has completely turned on its ear its relationship with India. As a consequence, this is a golden opportunity to repatriate crores of these people, and local elections. State election like what Aam Aadmi Party is concerned with is a much, much smaller issue than the fact that these are hostiles in our land now. They are not from a friendly country where earlier a lot of people looked at them as poor people who have come here to earn a living. They are now hostiles. They can be infiltrated by radical elements. They can be motivated to do all sorts of things, and they are spread all over the country. Maharashtra has also instituted recently a drive to catch these people. We should ignore all local issues and look at this as a national security issue
Okay.
and deal with it accordingly.
Okay, MK Meena, a pressing concern, I had raised this at the start of the discussion as well, that how easy it is for a person to get the citizenship of the country, especially by way of forging these documents, whether it is your ration card or your PAN card or your Aadhaar card, which are available for a few hundred rupees.
Is that for me?
Yes.
Yeah, well, you know.
That's for MK Meena, yes.
Yeah. Unmute, please.
Agents are also working. Like agents are working to issue such cards and helping them. But point is there, the agencies are there. I have also worked in police department. If police is alert, not only in Delhi, in whole country, they can't settle down. They have to identify it is regular, what happens. It is like for illegal settlers, we have to take immediate action, regular action, day-to-day action. Then only we can find out results. If we say now we have a drive and then after 1 month we just keep quiet, and now drive is going on only in a few states. I suggest, as earlier our speaker has also spoken, that countries, the attitude of particular government in Bangladesh has changed. Now they can become threat to us, even single Bangladeshi. So we hold all states and UTs, they have to take action against them. They should identify, they should deport them, and not even a single Bangladeshi there. If anybody is telling that genuine persons are being harassed, let the particular person comes and have evidence that he belongs to UP, he belongs to Bihar, or he belongs to West Bengal.
Yes.
He must be having a genuine certificate from there. There is no problem. But if he is Bangladeshi, he doesn't have any right to stay in India.
Okay.
Police has to take action.
Okay, all right. Vicky, then you're talking about the recent Bangladesh threat, and therefore India needs to take action for its national security, and therefore this crackdown on the Bangladeshi immigrants and Rohingya that are at this point of time living spread out in several parts of the country, including in Delhi. But do you think, irrespective of whether our bilateral ties with our neighboring countries are at whichever level, illegal immigration is a menace that needs to be curtailed, as Gautam Mukherjee rightly said, whether you take a look at the recent incident that took place in Germany, or the crackdown that Donald Trump at this point of time is threatening against the illegal immigrants, or different parts of Europe as well, where you have seen a lot of crisis like situation, violence that is taking place, and the primary cause of it has been the illegal immigrants that have been allowed and given asylum in their respective countries.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as we speak, there have been two Bangladeshis who've been arrested in Assam for having terror links. So, you can imagine the gravity of the problem. That is one thing. And irrespective of ties, whether good or bad, this is not a problem that can be allowed. I would say that while Sheikh Hasina was there, it was largely under control, but it was not, completely off the charts. The thing is, even if, Bangladesh wouldn't want to, wouldn't want to send these people in. There are politicians in the neighboring states who want them in here. So, give them voter ID, PAN card and things like that. I mean, it's a very small example quickly. What I would give you is, the thing is, they have a deal cut out with their touts that, whatever they may roam around the country, they will be given, these documents. But when there is an election, they will have to come. Otherwise, they're threatened that it will be cancelled and they'll be set back. Considering I'm from a place where there's a plantation, I've seen a lot of these people, come what may, when there is an election, they will gasp for their breath and run back because they don't want to, they don't want to lose out on their, these documents which they've been given. So that is how they have been kept under control here. And I think it is really time to take it very seriously. Election, no election, however the bilateral ties are, it has to be a massive crackdown and there has to be a solid message. And now is not the time to play the fool, especially when there is so much of Pakistan meddling in Bangladesh.
Advocate Dubey, what are the legal options a country has in being able to tackle this immigration crisis?
exercise of its power under the Foreigners Act made the Foreigners Order 1948. And the provisions of Act of 1946 in general, and that of section 1 of the section is section 3, which in particular not only empowers but casts an obligation upon the central government to deport a person who is an illegal immigrant. So there is no hurdle so far as the doctrine is concerned. Law is already there. What is required is willpower, and willpower with the sole motive to detect, detain and deport them. Now, Megha, you see, the drive is going on, but are they going to verify that the person who is claiming that he is from any part of the West Bengal or Assam or Uttar Pradesh is really belong to that, or the Aadhaar card or voter ID card has been made at the behest of a person who is working as the sleeper slave in association with the people who are against the India's sovereignty?
Yeah.
The ISI's role has not been ruled out, and now the national security consideration should be ranked the highest on country's list of priorities. Rest of the things come later. And if national security is the stake, as rightly said by Vicky, that in Assam, two illegal migrants were arrested for having terror links. Every day we see, then what else is required? The requirement is to have a willpower to detect, detain and immediately deport them to their countries. That is only we can say. And very rightly Gautamji said that now Bangladesh is not our friendly nation. Bangladesh is openly threatening to India's sovereignty and security. So why not to take an action?
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Very important insights made by all my panelists. I am out of time. I thank all of you for joining me on the telecast and sharing your views. On that note, I'll slip into a short break. Thanks for watching NewsX.